A look there inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
When you think back over the last couple decades, Mike, I'm not sure there was a more impressive rookie NFL quarterback season than what we saw a year ago out of Jaden Daniels. Not only personally, the efficiency, the effectiveness, the explosiveness and production, but the ability to turn around a franchise in Washington that hadn't seen greatness and hadn't seen success in what seems like ages. Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, it is a new era of Washington Commanders football. And I'll tell you what, they got themselves to the playoffs a year ago. I wouldn't be shocked to see them playing in that NFC Championship game come the end of this season. So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota, alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell, by far was the best year of his career. And it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Going up top. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
Throw right side, hauls in by Cup. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
6 makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Darnold to throw again. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Darnold to the air once more. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now this looks like a design run. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
9 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and goal, Seattle.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Here's Walker. And this one blown up. Good serve. Drop him. Loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He runs with it, and he'll take this one in. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good, and the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Daniels going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they're not going to even sniff the first down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Tress Way now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Well, Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
1st and 10.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, Walker, and he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On play action, here's Darnold. A throat behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down?
And he will score! Corey Horton, touchdown Seattle. Well, on
On one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks move out on top. 14-0.
Commanders nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense headed back to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Here's Daniels. He'll get this out to the left flat.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Washington. And even 30 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
That's caught. That's Lane.
Daniels pass. Complete to Jalen Lane. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Keep it in the air, here's Daniels. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commander's first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in.
And he's in! Jalen Lane! Touchdown, Washington.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
After.
He's got it. And the Commanders are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Commanders 7.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. Deron Payne there for the stop.
34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Walker. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes. That run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st down. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. Most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. It is Percy Butler to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
They've done a nice job
34-yard
spreading the
line.
ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A big play there on the scramble. And even 30 yards.
It's a gain of 30. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. Walker diving for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead.
21. Commanders 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Samuel, gonna see what he can do. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Off he goes. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
Gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Washington 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Daniels now on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The 40-yard line.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commander's 35. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Washington.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll step up and run, and Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
And he's in! Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commander.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Commanders draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Commanders 14.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That one on target to Cup. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Darnold to throw. The open man is Smith and Jigba. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Stafford fires to Cup. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10, here's Daniels. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
They'll motion over Samuel. On first down, Daniels. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Commander's first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Well, taken in by Krusky Merritt. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt. Touchdown, Washington. first half. He's had, Greg, a third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of
Give them 14 on that play. One first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
To throw is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
This one complete downfield to Walker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
First down, Seattle.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. He'll locate Cup. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Third down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. It is brought in the end zone. Cooper
into this drive, Mike, it only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Now the point after drop from Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Boye Mafe. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The toss, left side, caught by his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
1st and 10.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth 1st half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try to run for it. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down is looming.
A gain of 3. It's now fourth down and less than a yard.
They bring the tight end in motion. Here it is on fourth down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Darnold now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
2nd and inches. Now Darnold. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Darnold again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Complete to Kenneth Walker. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
final second now
Jason
of this
Myers
first
to
half,
kick off for
and this
Seattle.
one is away. And no chance to return this
The
one
Commanders take over
through the end
first
zone
and 10
for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
In motion is Barner. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's tackled at the
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Operating from the gun. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 54 yards.
Seahawks first down. A pickup on the play of 54 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Throwing, Darnold. And he will get into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 21.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll go play action here with Daniels. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Washington.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
is first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no...
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Darnold to throw on 1st down. There's that man again. Another catch. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
That's complete. It's Jackson Smith in Jigba. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's another Seahawks
15-yard pickup there. 1st down,
1st
Seattle.
and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Why can't we score? And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Darnold to throw again. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here we go. Darnold to the air once more. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 4 here. as he is taken down.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Begin here on the ground. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Daniels. As caught, that's Lane. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down, and they'll try to convert it.
7 brings up 3rd and 8.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's Portland. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll get this out wide. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Torrey Horton. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. No chance at all. He'll go down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield. But this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That finds Samuel looking across the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards.
1st and 10.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why it led to a huge chunk play.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll be 3rd down. To the air again is Daniel. That is incomplete. Great work wants to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but put the ball.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Now Darnold. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. To the outside, into the hands of McClure. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Third and 6. Daniels now going to look to throw. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll go play action with Darnold. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
On second down, Walker. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Daniels. Now he takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. He will have the Commanders' 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A quick slant on the money to McClure. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
45-yard line.
And this is just where you see some of the speed of these wide receivers, Mike, really make their presence felt. And then when you have a quarterback that has the arm strength and the accuracy to get him the ball downfield, that's a deadly combination and one that's going to really open up other things as the rest of this game unfolds.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They motion the slot man left. On second down, it's Daniel. There's that man again. Another catch.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing now, Daniel. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll throw with Daniel. He'll run again. And he won't try to risk much more. Sliding down a gain of 3.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. There he goes again. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Commander's first down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 9-yard line.
They'll run, and this is Jeremy McNichols. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Run right. Here's Walker. And a good run here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll knock him down just shy of the 40. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
On the stop. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
On the ground is Walker. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
Pick up there of 13. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, they need 3. They run with Walker. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it with Walker. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is fourth down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain. Brings up 4th down.
54-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. So a big mistake there. Roughing call on the field goal try. It gives them an automatic first down. Now Charbonnet. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.